What's up, Cinepals? I'm Jabby Koway, joined by Char Kirk.
Yo.
We're looking at The Mandalorian Season 3, Trace, Teen, Pitch Meeting. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Pretty please vote this sucker up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching while you subscribe and upvoting. Subscribe to Pitch Meeting. There's a link in the description below if you want to click on that link, give the original and upvote. Subscribe to Pitch Meeting from there. And also Ryan George's personal YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So, I'm very excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I am though.
You sound like a Zelda character from like Wind Waker.
Yes!
Is that so bad?
So, you got a new season of The Mandalorian for me?
Yes, sir, I do. So Mando and Grogu are going...
Oh, didn't the last season end with Grogu leaving with Luke Skywalker?
It did, yeah, but then remember The Mandalorian took over the Boba Fett show for a couple of episodes and they reunited over there?
Yeah.
Right, well wait, if people haven't seen Boba Fett, that's a huge plot point that was resolved in another show.
Yeah, well see, the thing is, we're Disney, so if people don't watch all the shows we put out, that's their problem.
That's a good point. We're Disney. Watch everything we make or else.
Yeah.
So what's going on this season?
Well, Mando's got to take a bath, so that's gonna take up, you know, a good 3 episodes.
What?
It's a very important bath, sir. It's gonna make him a Mandalorian again.
Oh, important baths are tight.
Yeah, so that's like 2 episodes, and then in the 3rd episode, he's gonna tell the other Mandalorians that he did, in fact, take a bath.
Do we really need that many episodes for this?
You know, that's kind of a tenet of this entire show, right?
What is?
Taking minimal plot points and stretching them way out.
That's a good point, but still a whole episode just to tell them that?
Well, to be fair, though, that episode does follow a couple of minor characters from earlier seasons.
So Mando, like, meets up with them?
No, he's not even a part of it. It's just them.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of think, like, Mando should take a back seat, you know? He did pop over to Boba Fett and take over that show for a couple of episodes. It's only fair.
Maybe we should have the main characters be the main characters in their own show.
What? Why would we... No, that wouldn't work.
I don't know if people are gonna be cool with that. You know, they clicked on a specific show to watch that specific show, not some weird side quest story. Just a second. Hey, intern? Yes, sir. Hello, sir. I need a coffee with cream and sugar, please. I'm having a hard time focusing. I'll take care of it. Thanks. Hey. Oh, hello, fellow intern who also works here. What is going on? Preparing some coffee.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I was listening to the Critical Drinkers podcast about Mandalorian, and apparently, according to them, Pedro Pascal wasn't even part of the show. It was just his voiceover.
Oh.
Like, if you think about it, you never see his face in the entire season.
That's true.
He was preoccupied with filming The Last of Us, and I think that there is some interest in the possibility of him leaving the show of Mandalorian.
What, he's interested in leaving the show?
I don't know who's interested in that. I don't know. I don't even know if that would work. I don't know what the plans ahead are. I mean, they could just be saying anything on Critical Drinkers. This might be made up information. I apologize.
I mean...
But you didn't ever see him in the show. No, and so that's why we have these like weird things that happen.
Hey. Oh, hello, fellow intern who also works here. What is going on? Just preparing some coffee for my producer guy. Same here. And one day, I dream of becoming a tight producer guy myself. Okay. How does your producer guy take his coffee? Cream and sugar? Sugar and cream? Oh, I actually put the last cream thingy in here in this coffee that I'm holding. Oh, really? Yeah, so if you want to put some cream in your producer guy's coffee, you'll have to go to the store.
Oh my God.
That's the only place you can get your hands on some cream. I will go to the store and retrieve the cream I need for producer guy's coffee. This is the way. Actually, no, I think that's a supply closet. I think this is the way. Right, I don't know why I said that. Stupid! Oh my God.
Golly. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God. This is a very epic side quest.
Musical.
Oh my. This is so dumb, but it perfectly illustrates the point. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if in the comments it's a bunch of people excited about these side characters and wanting more of them. Ryan George might have just he might have just wrote himself into a whole other thing he's got to deal with now.
Maybe.
Where people just want the side characters.
They're like, yeah, now let's have the intern.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the store. Hello, I require cream to put inside some coffee that I need to give to my producer guy. Not a lot of customers coming in these parts since the bathroom stopped working. What? Tell you what, I would like to strike a deal. I will give you the creamer for free. What? If you help me unclog my toilet. Oh. It's all clogged up with turds, and I've been hoping for someone with your skill set to wander in. I will help unclog your toilet and accept turds as payment. What? I will accept cream as payment.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank God it's a clean toilet.
taking him a while.
It is, isn't it? Here's your coffee, sir. Thank you. Okay, now that I'm caffeinated, we can keep going. So what happens next?
So what's the deal with your intern?
Don't worry about that. We're never going to see him again. So what else happens this season?
No, you gotta bring him back. You gotta bring him back. He's so much fun. You gotta bring that whole thing back. I feel like that segue is a good way to just kind of break it up. It's interesting. I feel like you gotta bring him back. There's gotta be an excuse to bring back the intern and the other intern guy. That's funny.
You know what, though? Talking about the side quests, some of them in the show, I was kind of like, yeah, this is dumb. Or like the side stories, like the one with the scientist guy who never comes back, although they mention him later on in a future episode. That I was like, yeah, I'm a little bit like, why are we here? But some of the stuff where Din Djarin and Bo-Katan were off doing stuff together, I was like, I like this because I like the two of them.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he's like, can we have more stuff with the main characters because they're the main characters?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mandalorians like to hang out next to this beach where giant monsters keep attacking them, right?
Weird place to hang out.
And this one guy's kid gets picked up by a flying monster, so they gotta plan a really, really slow rescue mission, really take their time to figure out a strategy.
How do they know the
wonder
monster
about
hasn't
that.
eaten the kid?
That's what I
Unclear, but that
wondered.
is the case. So that's one episode. We're really filling these up, sir. We will make it to 8.
Amazing. So then Mando and Bo-Katan are gonna head to this planet that's being run by
What?
Jack Black and Lizzo. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Jack Black and Lizzo. Oh, I love pulling random celebrity names out of the hat. Pull another one.
Okay.
It was Christopher.
Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd. He's gonna be there too. Oh, wow. So anyway, at this point, we're almost done the season, so we should probably kick the plot into high gear. Right, okay, so what's gonna happen? Well, somehow Moff Gideon has returned. Star Wars bad guys love somehow returning. Yeah, and so he hears that the Mandalorians are planning to go back to Mandalore, because they're like, hey, maybe we can live here, maybe it's safe. None of them had ever ventured over there to check if they could live there again? Correct, so they all head there, but then they're attacked by frickin' stormtroopers. Oh no. Yeah, and Mando gets captured by Moff Gideon. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, that's going to happen towards the end of episode 7, and then at the start of 8, Mando's just kind of being led down a hallway by 2 guys. Oh, wow. Well, thank God that episode ended. That really helped them out. It really did. So then Mando and Grogu are going to stumble upon a room full of Moff Gideon clones, and they destroy them all using a button that destroys them all. Why would Moff Gideon have that installed? Unclear. So then they come face to face with Moff Gideon, and he's like, you guys destroyed my Force clones. I had a whole plan, and you guys ruined it. Well, he must be pissed that he didn't track them down before that. Oh, no, he knew exactly where they were. He was tracking them the whole time. Well, why didn't he stop them from destroying his clones? Unclear, but so then he explains what his plan...
Oh my God,
I didn't even think about that.
That's right.
Oh my God.
He even had color-coded dots.
He did, yeah. There were 2 dots on the screen.
But so then he explains what his plan was gonna be. He does. Yeah, I kind of hate that whole thing where bad guys explain their entire plan before doing it, so he's gonna do it after it's already finished. That makes sense. So then they get into a big old fight and the good guys win because a ship crashes into them. Oh my God. And then finally there's gonna be this happy ending where Mando and Grogu are living in a little house together. Oh, that's nice. And I figure that'd be the perfect moment for Mando to take his helmet off for a little second and be with his son. Yeah, no, that's not happening. What? Why not? Well, Pedro Pascal's not coming to set this season. He isn't? No, he's off working on this really cool show he booked where he's like a loner taking care of a kid all of a sudden. That's this show. Yeah, sometimes. I don't think it would really be the perfect moment to show his face. Is there anything we can do? Okay, I'll tell you what. No. Oh. But look, honestly, this is Star Wars. We don't even need that kind of thing. We've got people hook, line, and sinker forever. I cannot emphasize enough how people will never get disinterested in this kind of thing.
Oh. How did you feel about like the season as a whole though? Well, actually probably everyone knows because they've watched your reaction.
It was cool. I thought it was kind of clunky. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was just that there were these derailments in the story, and I'm like, what the heck is this? This better pay off. Like, the whole thing with the 1 hour detour into these side characters, like the scientist guy and the half Asian chick who
Scary
works
lady.
for Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is this? I tried to go along with it and root for it because I liked Andor a lot. It never added up to Like, it never came back. There's no reason for that to exist that much.
Well, yeah, because the only thing you needed to know really about that was that they're rehabilitating people who used to work for the Empire. One. Number two, that Dr. Moff Gideon was using his tech to make the clones.
Right, but if the assumption is that the audience is watching everything anyway, that belongs in Andor. You can do that in Andor, and that's adequate.
But are they happening at the same time? Is
I
it the
don't
same
know.
time period?
I don't
though?
care. I didn't want that much of it. It was too much. It was, what the hell, man? The thing with Lizzo and Jack Black, like, honestly, my initial response to seeing Jack Black was like, hey. But then by the end of the episode, I'm like, what is this show? This is so weird. It was cool. I enjoyed myself. It was a temporary high as opposed to... It was like a one-night stand versus like getting married to somebody. You know what I mean? It's like,
Sure.
it's not the same kind of feeling. It's
Or
totally
a
different.
meaningful fling.
Or...
Like a summer romance or something.
It all amounts to never again. That's what it amounts to. I don't care to go back to it. To summarize my feelings, there's a lot of episodes where I'm like, I can just skip that shit. But the last episode had a lot of cool action in it. I felt like they stuck the landing for the most part, but there was something I was holding back on talking about throughout the entire season, which is Pedro Pascal. When I listened to him, I don't know. I didn't know if it's like the Mandalorian way to behave the way that he does, but there was something just kind of like not enough from him.
Like a disconnect.
Like a disconnect.
Well, yeah, I did kind of wonder about that as well as I was watching it. There is something when you're actually in the scene doing the movements and the motions. It does help your acting. So maybe that's what the disconnect was that we were feeling, even though we didn't really know what it was at the time.
It's one of those things where I'm on the fence about just the nature of Mando's character in season 3. I noticed it more in season 3 than I did in 1 and 2. That could just be because he wasn't even there. It's like he never goes above a 1 in terms of emotion. That's why I'm like, maybe that's how he's supposed to be, because he's supposed to be kind of like Clint Eastwood's character. The show starts out as a Western set in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
I basically put myself in check when those moments happen, and I have those feelings where I'm like, how come he doesn't have more emotion? Oh, because that's how it's supposed to be. This is the way.
Well, I don't know. I think they have showed us that, you know, the stakes can get really high for him. I feel like in season 2, it really did.
When he took his mask off, he especially looked like...
Yeah, that was a huge moment. I think for me this season, I did really enjoy it, but it's also like I get super distracted because I love Grogu so much. So every time he does something cute, I'm just like, he's so cute. And every time like he's in the frame, I'm just like, oh my God, this kid, I freaking love him. And so anything else that's going on, I can just kind of disregard because I just so enjoy him. And then I just enjoy him with Mando as well.
I mean, it's certainly a nice balancing act of magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like story, cute.
Cute!
Story, cute.
Cute!
Yeah, exactly. And it's constantly kind of keeping you engaged by flashing cute nostalgia in your
This
face.
cute little puppet.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, oh my God. And the little noises that he makes, I just can't deal with it. It puts a huge smile on my face every time.
I think that certainly for those of us who are taken by Grogu, it distracts us enough from the contrivances and flaws in the story. Enough that I'm like, this was enjoyable. I can still objectively recognize that there are certainly clunky moments in this season that I wouldn't revisit all the episodes. Anyway, I really enjoyed this pitch meeting a lot. I thought this was fantastic. This is definitely one of his best. I've said this already, so I'm retreading ground a little bit here. This speaks to the quality that is upped when Ryan George is able to take more time to focus on these pitch meetings, because if anyone has watched any of his revisits, or at least the first one, he talked about how he's taking more time between each of these, and he's doing the revisit episodes between. It allows him to give more renewed energy to each of the pitch meetings.
Well, yeah, and I thought that was such a genius thing that he did as well when he was talking about how they're just kind of showing these side characters and going on like random side quests that we don't really care about. And instead of just saying it, which he did in the beginning, he also showed us.
He demonstrated it.
He demonstrated it, which is like the classic thing in filmmaking, right? They're always like show, don't tell. And then he did it here in this little YouTube video as well, which is so, so good.
I hope he brings back the side characters. I don't care about the guy at the shop, but the 2 office interns. I thought that was great.
Like every now and then they just pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys, thanks so much. I'm Javi Kawai. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.